Today we are setting up Google Ads from our YouTube videos. Thank you, Priya, for asking this question. And I wanted to make sure that I got a video out showing how we set up ours. We're going to do it completely from scratch because I know you're having trouble with one of the steps. And so I want to make sure that we cover every single step right from the beginning. So we're going to be creating a whole new campaign and then a whole new ad group and then a whole new ad. I am in my Google account. As you can see right now, I have several campaigns that are running. If you look at campaigns that I have a retargeting campaign. I have my listing ads view, which right now we're not running because we're testing clicks as shown in my other video and to see whether or not we generate more business or not. I'm a little undecided on that, but we're going to need to create new campaigns to be able to do what we want to do today. So it is so that I can promote videos, and specifically I want to do this video today and get it into this campaign, but we don't have a campaign set up for that yet. So let's go into our Google Ads account. That is ads.google.com. And from here, we are going to go into campaigns and we're going to hit the little plus and we're going to create a new campaign. And in this case, I am going to create a campaign without guidance. I'm going to go a video campaign. And then we have different goals that you can see here. We're going to do the drive conversions, and then it doesn't matter what goal you have in here, just have a goal and then continue because it's going to change when we get here. So now that we've got this in, you can see it's creating a demand gen. We're going to rename this and I'm going to go market report traffic ads. So instead of view ads, we're going to have this drive traffic to our website. And so in this case, I want it to be clicks. And then I'm not going to do a cost per click. I'm going to run a daily budget. So I'm going to run $5 a day. Campaign may not perform well because of a low budget. Well, that's on them. That's not on me. So you could up it if you want. I find $5 is usually enough. Location. So enable level location and language targeting. So I want to enter another location. And so this location is Belleville, Ontario, Canada. We're going to include that area. So that is kind of the area and surrounding. You can see it's 176,000 people. So that I know my area, and that's relatively my entire trading area. So if you look when we click, if you go to advanced search, you can add more in here. So you can see I've added Belleville, but let's, for instance, also add Prince Edward County, Prince Edward, Ontario. That now includes that area. We also service Quinte West, which is right here. So now I've encompassed that area. I'm driving traffic for the area I most want to service. And since I live at this little dot right here, ideally I would be servicing area that I can drive with in less than half an hour. So let's save that. Now that I have those areas, we're going to do all languages and then device eligibility. So this is important. You can be specific on the types that you want. I used to take TV screens out, but now that they've introduced the QR codes onto the YouTube ads, we actually are getting a fair bit of traffic from TV screens. So I've included them back in, but you can play with this and see what you think. Same with operating system, networks, that sort of thing. But I'm going to leave it as all. Schedule, I'm going to run it. I don't think I need to be running it. Let's start these ads at around 6 a.m. and then run them until like 1 a.m. sort of idea. That makes more sense to me. And then not run them overnight. Third-party measurements, none, but you can see there are options if you needed to put them in. And then campaign URLs. So if you wanted to put in your own template for how you want to track certain values, like for your own benefit, I'm not running that complex of ads that I need to get that fancy with it. So I leave this blank, but I could see if you were running a lot of ads, like if you were a larger team covering a lot more area, you might want to put in your different variables so that you could track easier in a spreadsheet or even have AI analyze your stuff. But I don't need to. So I'm moving on. So we're going to create our ad group, which you can see is video ad. So this is ad one. The ad group's already created. The campaign's already created. We've got an exclamation. We'll go back and look at that once we have the ad done. So this is going to be the July market report. So the nice thing about setting up a campaign this way is that most of the things I don't have to reset up each month. Because I'm going to be creating a new ad each month, I don't want to have to create a new campaign and change all those settings. What I want to do is just be able to discontinue an ad at a certain date and have a new ad start on a different date when I load it. So the final URL for this is going to be our market report page. That's where I want to send them. So we're going to send them here. copy. We have two call to actions: buying a home and selling your home. And then on the different market reports we also have, but we want to drive them to this page so that they can see this. So let's go back here and we're going to paste that in. There we go. And then we're going to go and find the video we want to use, which is going to be this one. Copy that and we're going to paste that in. So you can see it there. We'll loop after 60 seconds on YouTube Shorts. It's not going to be on YouTube Shorts. Choose where your videos are shown. So you can choose where you would like videos to be shown. We don't need to search for it. We already added the video. It's up here. We can add a logo if we would like. It does not fit pretty in here, so we're not adding our video. So back out. Video enhancements, get vertical or square versions of your video. No, that will make things look horrible. That'll make things look horrible. So now we go into our headlines and we can add up 5. So we're going to use ChatGPT to cheat on this, which I love doing. So if I go to my video, I can copy my transcript. I've shown this before. I use this tool here, y2sum.io extension, and it will cost me 2.5 cents to grab the transcript. So I've grabbed that. It doesn't cost me anything to grab the transcript, just to analyze transcript. And then I'm going to go to ChatGPT. So we're going to go into my custom GPT, which is Tom Elite Real Estate Marketer GTP. And I am going to go use this transcript, create YouTube ad, title, description, and what's the other thing that it wants to create? Title, description, and long headline. So headline, sorry, I shouldn't go title. Let's go back here to add headline, long headline, and description. Go. And because this GPT is already written to be a strong marketer, it's giving me what I want. Now I could say I want more. Copy. I'm not going to use the emoticon. So there we go. I could ask it for 5, but for the sake of speed here, we're going to just use 1. And then long headline, we're going to not include the postal code. And then last one, which is the description, which is pretty good. We'll paste that in. I'm just going to change this to marketing plan. Okay, so we have that done. Call to action, text. It wants to use all now, but learn more seems to be the one that works best. And then business name is Dean Lyons. And then I can add in more site links, but in this case, I don't want more site links. I want them going here, right? And then I don't need any of these other to go from here. So we're going to create, let's go to the review and see marketing ad errors which prevent from being published. Let's go see what that is. End time, oh, I see. End time is earlier than end time, so you can't do that. So we got to go midnight or like 11 p.m. sort of idea. So we'll run it from that time period and that time period. So any other errors in here that I need to fix? No. It still wants me to spend more money, but too bad. Go to add group 1. We're going to rename this to be marketing report traffic. All Google channels. So let me choose, right? So this is important. I don't want Gmail. I don't want that. I don't want, you could test this and decide if you want it in the display network. I'm keeping this to YouTube. I don't want it to run in shorts because it doesn't fit for shorts. In-stream is shown before, during, after YouTube videos. Add displays with the YouTube Watch Next or homepage or search. So I'm going to keep these two. In-stream works best for me, but for a market report, I'm going to run both. And then create an audience. There isn't a whole lot that we can do for audience because we're a special category. So you're better just to leave this alone. I know people are there might be people that don't agree with me here, but I have found for my area that I'm best to leave alone and let the algorithm sort it out for me based on my web traffic goal. And then optimized targeting helps you get more clicks within your budget. Google may find people beyond your selected audience. So because I haven't selected an audience, there's no sense optimizing the targeting because it's the same thing I basically said to everybody. And then the algorithm will figure it out. If you want to, you can test it. Only show ads to people within my age and gender specifications. We can't do that at all, right? Because it's a special category. So again, I just leave it be. And then go to July market report and then go to review. What does it think is the problem? Details. Not sure what the error is. Let's see. At least one logo is required. Oh, interesting. Okay. So can I use that logo? Save. There we go. Okay. So that's fixed. Go to review. And then fix this one. Really, minimum budget is $7. Okay, be that way about it. We will go $7. And then go to marketing report traffic. And then, yeah. Click and go to review. Everything looks good now. So now we can publish the campaign. And so now we've got this campaign completely set up. Errors have prevented the campaign from being published. What is the error this way? I have a punctuation symbol in one of my titles. Remove like multiple exclamation marks. So I'm going to assume I have multiple questions or something in here. So let's just remove the punctuate. And it might be, there's two at the end of this one, see? That's where the problem is. The rest is good. So go back to review, go to review. I know that that's fixed, publish campaign. There we go. So even it published it, even though it was still saying there was an error there, but there wasn't an error there. So now that that's published, you'll see under campaigns, I have a market reports draft running and that campaign is going. So that's all there is to it. So I hope that really answered that question for you on how we set up these campaigns. And if you're running into errors, that's where you might be running into errors. Okay, so thanks for joining us, and I hope that helped you solve whatever problems you're looking for when setting up Google Ads. I know it's hard. I know the conversion side of it can be hard to get set up and running. Watch your punctuation, just watch your budget. Like those are the problems we ran into today. So just work on those and you should be good to go. And don't forget to subscribe or like or put a comment down if you have a suggestion, if you agree or disagree with anything that I'm doing. I'd love to hear it. Other than that, we'll see you next time.